Hello friends, I'm glad you're here. We're gonna have some fun because today is Bookmas Day 5. This is gonna be the world's shortest intro. I read Fourth Wing. I recorded myself reading Fourth Wing. I have compiled my reactions into this video. This video is full of spoilers, but it is not a description of what happens. This is not going to tell you what happens in the book. It is just my reaction to what happens in the book. So, if you haven't read it, go read it and come back. Or if you don't care about spoilers and you just want to see me freaking out, this video is for you. Bella. Bella. I like this little intro of, like, this has been written by someone in the world and then transcribed. That's a really interesting start. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, I got to chapter 2. I think it's supposed to be like a bit scary or a bit tense. Like they have to walk over this bridge and she's being forced to do it and she doesn't like it. But I just think it's a bit, it's a little bit funny. Like, she's supposed to, her sister said she's the most intelligent person she knows, but she filled her backpack with books knowing she has to walk over a really narrow bridge. And like, even if I didn't know who the love interest was, which I do because the internet is full of him, the fact that she's like, stay away from him, he's dangerous, he'll kill you as soon as he lays eyes on you. And then she sees him and obviously he's the hottest person she's ever seen in her life. I think that's hilarious. It reads a little bit young to me. It's I don't know how old she is. 20? Maybe I missed that. Maybe they haven't said, but it does read a little bit young to me. It's not like, there's no difficult language. It's very straightforward to read. The dialogue feels quite like simple. It's very quippy. It's very like but I'm having a good time. I don't know if I should think it's fun. Maybe it's supposed to be terrifying, but like, it's funny. It's a funny book. It's made me chuckle. I'm having a good time. I just wanted to give a little quick update. She's on the parapet and to keep herself calm she is reciting knowledge she knows about the country, and I just think that's such a clever way of doing info dumping. Like, well done. Smart move. We're learning even in this like high stress situation. Also, Jack is comically evil, like genuinely comically evil. I'm really hoping that he dies within the next 3 pages. That's my goal. Death in 3 pages. Jack didn't die. I am upset. But we met the dragons and they're pretty cool. I like that they're scary. I like that they're intimidating. I don't know. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about these dragons, but I like that they're just like huge and intimidating and burn people to ash because they don't like them. I feel like that sometimes. Just like death. I felt like, so she was going to be in the other, oh, you can't see me. She was going to be in the other squadron, right? She was going to be in second wing or whatever. But then Zayden was in fourth wing and the book's called Fourth Wing. So I feel like it was a little bit predictable that shenanigans happened to get her into fourth wing. It's such a minor detail. That's a dumb complaint. Okay, I got to chapter 8 and I'm going to sleep. But they had their first little... Is it flirting? When you tried to kill each other? When you tried to kill each other, no actual attempts at killing were made. They just like, you know, showed off the possibilities. Why was I so scared to read this book? This is delicious. This is a delicious book. I am a little confused by like the squadrons and the like I don't get how many groups make up other groups and the hierarchy within. I don't get it. They need to explain that more. I don't get it yet. And there's just like a million names of people and I have no clue if any of them are important. I don't know how you pronounce her friend's name. There's Zayden and Imogen, and Garrick and Bodhi, who are the traitory people's children. And then there's Violet, who's the main girl, Rhiannon, who's her friend, and is it Dane? Is his name Dane? Dane. It's a fine name, I guess. But those are the only people I remember. And the Mender, but I don't remember his name. Nolan? There's a lot of names. There's a lot of names going on. I don't remember them all. But I'm feeling glee. Already died. I feel like this is the first time there's actually been some like importance to the death. Yeah, I feel like it's the first time a death has had some kind of significance. It's quite I want this book to be unpredictable, right? Like I don't want to read this book feeling like I've read it a million times before, and having actual characters die means that it's a little less predictable than some romances which just try too hard to keep the reader happy. I feel bad for Dane, but he is getting a little bit repetitive with his like, oh, you need to be a scribe, you need to be a scribe. Like, just listen to her, mate. She's saying she doesn't want to do that, so listen to what she's saying and get over yourself. Like, I get you care, but it's her decision. He smells like something. He smells like mint and leather. Something between citrus and floral. And all the romance readers swoon. We love a man who smells. So, it's just about to be threshing. And this is actually something I don't know. I don't know what dragon she gets. I assume she wants to be a dragon. What a twist if she doesn't. What a twist that would be. But I assume, like, the only two dragons that have been talked about with any kind of real importance have been the golden feathertail one and the black one that hasn't had a rider in forever. But the black one isn't there from what I know. So maybe he'll turn up and be like, surprise, I want Violet. Or maybe she'll pair with the golden one. But I think, like, it makes logistical sense, but the pairing of the smallest rider with the smallest dragon is a bit blah, in my opinion. She got two dragons. She got two dragons. Little dragon stopped time, and turns out it's a little baby, which makes sense. I'm getting a little bit bored of just like everyone trying to kill her. Just like attempts at death at every step. It's a little bit like, okay, I get it. And Dane, oh dear God, don't get me started on Dane. He's remarkably repetitive. He just says the same things over and over again. You shouldn't be here. You're not strong enough. I don't want to watch you die. I get it. I get it, my dude, but let's pull ourselves together and have a more positive outlook. Because you're not impressing anyone. I'm hoping something's going to happen soon. Just to, like, shake things up a bit. Give it a little bit of a new perspective. They kissed and it was all very exciting and blah blah blah. But then he was just like, oh, forget it, it was a mistake. And why can't people just have conversations? Why can't he just say, oh, I can't date you because of this, rather than being like, oh, it was a mistake, when it clearly wasn't a mistake because he clearly likes her, and that's the point of a romance novel, is for the two main characters to like each other. So what is the point of pretending they don't like each other? Because they won't just have a conversation. There. People are still continuously trying to kill her. Kind of. Or Jack is. If he doesn't die by the end of the book, I'm gonna be upset. Oh, what's her name's death? That was sad. You know, the one who unlocked the door. Amelia. Is that her name? Amelie. There's an A and an M in there, and an E. Sad for the dragon. Very brutal. Much sad for dragon. I really like that Violet is like standing up for herself and telling people what's what, and like just not taking any shit. Very proud of that as a, but also communicating well. Like, her and Dane are having this big old falling out because he treats her like shit, and she's standing up for herself, and that's really good. But she's not just standing up for herself, she's expressing her wants and needs for the relationship and addressing when he's crossed boundaries. And I think that's really like strong and powerful of her. I hate that Xaden calls her violence. Oh, he's showing that he knew she had it in her the whole time, that he knew she was fierce and strong and capable, and that the term violence is like an expression of him knowing that she is more important than people led her to believe of herself. But I think it's a dumb nickname. Violence. It's also hard to say. Like, normally nicknames are like easier to say. Like Vi. Vi is an easier way to say Violet, right? So surely her nickname should be something easier to say. But violence, not easy to say. Not easy to say. feel like I owe you an update. I'm nearish the end. Jack died. Hooray. Violet felt bad. Boo. I don't know, the moment with Violet on Xaden on the parapet. Very cute. I just wish there had been a little less humour in that moment, because I was like super invested in what was going on, and then they'd make a joke and I'd be like, fuck's sake guys, let's get it together for this big romantic moment, shall we? Liam. Dear God, I love Liam. I think I might love him more than Xaden. Liam's my favourite. If Liam dies, absolutely not. Just absolutely not. I will stop reading, will I? I might stop reading. I hate her mum. I think you're supposed to, right? Like, she's just this uncaring bitch of a woman. But I feel like there has to be something good about her, otherwise why would her dad have chosen her? Like, maybe there's a soft soul within her that we haven't seen yet. Dane still sucks. Not a fan. Dane still sucks. He might suck less, but he still sucks. Let's keep going. Okay. Here's my problem. She's all upset because he didn't tell her something, and it changes the way she sees him, and now she's angry, and everyone's been lying to her, and blah blah blah. But there's never any recognition for the fact that he's telling her the truth now. Like, he could have very easily left her with Dane and not brought her on this mission and just continued keeping her secret, but he's chosen to be truthful and honest with her, and knowing that it could push her away, right? Like, knowing that she'll be angry with him. So I feel like there should be more respect for the fact that while the truth wasn't said outright straight away, that he's telling her the truth now. Like, people can only trust so quickly, and when the truths are as big as what he's been keeping from her, wouldn't it make more sense for it to be a realization that he trusts her with essentially his life, because she could betray him very easily and get him and all his friends killed at this point. But he's just like telling her this big truth, and she's just mad about it. Essentially, she's mad that he trusts her now. That's my gripe. She's mad that he trusts her. Fucking bitches. Thank you, Liam. Fucking stupid book. A Brennan? Brennan? Fuck me. Brennan? I am overcome. This is too much. Okay. So, I want to address this while I remember. Why does he smell like a mint? Why does he smell and taste like mint? Is he carrying mints around with him? Does he chew gum? Why is he minty? Why is he minty? Ten. Okay, so Tan's original rider died to save Brennan. So, did he successfully resurrect Brennan? Or did Brennan never die? And in which case, why did Tan's rider die if Brennan wasn't dead? That's my question. She killed Liam. She killed Liam, and I'm upset about that. I'm upset that she killed Liam. And his dragon. I don't know how you say his dragon's name. Dea? Like Leah? But Dea? They? Whatever. You can't see me. Like, it's sad she killed Liam, but it's doubly sad that she killed the dragon. No dragons should die in this series. Not a single one. It's rude. It's rude, actually, that she killed dragons. What can I say? Shall I turn a light on first? I don't. Oh. This was such a fun time. I had such a great time reading this. There's things that I really respected about it. I really love the disability rep. I really love the action, adventure nature of it. I enjoyed the romance. And I was glad it existed, although I did get frustrated with it sometimes. The comedy in this book I was not expecting. The kind of quippy one-lines, the banter was hilarious. There's a lot of funny stuff in here that I just did not expect to come up. Was it in some ways predictable? I think yes. If you've read tropes like the ones in here before, then I think it's pretty obvious when stuff is going to happen. You can see it throughout the video where I'm like, oh, if this happens, blah, 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 if this happens, blah, blah, blah. And so those things feel a little bit predictable. I think there is ways that you could have spiced them up. And she did spice up some of them. So like which dragon she got, the fact that she got Dew, a little bit spicy. The fact that Liam died, utterly predictable. Of course she kills the one incredibly likeable side character. The fact that Dane betrayed her, I feel, is a little bit predictable because you have his whole arc of becoming unlikable. So it makes sense that he will become extra unlikable at the end. But I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5 stars. The Brennan twist. I don't understand how people who read this when it came out waited until Iron Flame came out. I don't know how people did that. Once I finished this book, I immediately went and read the first 2 chapters of Iron Flame to satisfy my needs. 4.5, babes. Almost perfect. I was so afraid of reading this book and that it wouldn't live up to the hype, but much success. I do think it is still written a little bit young. If this was less spicy and less brutal, this could be a YA. But adding those kind of more extreme elements, definitely adult. Definitely adult. That's it. This vlog has been a long time in the making, so I hope you enjoyed it. That is Bookmas Day 5, wrapped up in a nice little bow. I hope you stick around for some other content. If you want to see me do the same for Iron Flame, I can do that, or for a different book that you think I might like. I'd happily do that as well. This was so much fun. I had such a great time freaking out with you as I read this book. So stick around. I would love to have you. Subscribe if you'd like. And I'll see you in a couple of days for Bookmas Day 6.